Hello everyone, my name is K-Hug, you can call me Kyler, and welcome to, or welcome back, yep, Neil, I see ya. Welcome back to the Hardcore Minecraft Survival Series. Yes, if you're watching this, it is episode number 2, which means I did survive 10 more days in Hardcore Minecraft, which is undeniably a huge feat for a bedrock survival guy. So, without further ado, let's get into today's video. Join me as we start to build out the interior of our base. It's not much, but it's enough for me. And then we're gonna actually get into the first mob farm, which is our zombie farm, and a little exploration. So sit back and relax, and don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, comment. You know the drill. Let's go. Before we get going, I do want to thank you guys, though, however, for all of the anticipation and support in episode 1. I hope you guys are kind of enjoying the way I'm doing the series by doing it in chunks of 10 days, just to kind of spread it out over a few weeks or months, however long we decide to go or survive. So, let's get right into the video today with more base production. For a little recap, or those of you who have not been here before, this is the start, and it is very much a really rough start to our starter base. We're going to go with a little design that I did in my Skyblock Let's Play that I never got to actually fully finish, but with some modifications. I'm trying to match the surrounding terrain by using some of the terracotta. And fortunately, or unfortunately, my first use of brick and granite in all of Minecraft. Yeah, you heard that. I've never used those blocks together, and this palette just works out really well. But the only unfortunate part is I would like some spruce around these edges, and I have unfortunately not found a spruce forest yet. So, looks like the sun is setting. I'm going to get some sleep, and we'll begin day 11. Well, in order to begin today, we need to go ahead and get some more resources. Yeah, we're going to need some more of just about everything. I want to get this first layer kind of done. Now, it's almost to the height. I think I want to go one more. Let me take a look outside here. Yeah, I would love to go about 5 high, which I guess that's... oh, it's because the floor is kind of messed up in there. Yeah, I started the floor too high, unfortunately, and I think what I've done... no, I've done this correctly. It is 80 blocks for the floor here. I just like to build things on even numbers. That's the OCD problem in me. Now, well, I'm also apparently a pretty good poet and didn't even... Okay, I'm done. So yeah, I would like to go up one more on the inside. So this is a 5-block tall wall in the interior. And I know I just said I don't like even numbers, but I also like torches to be centered. So this torch will be centered on the wall because it'll be 2 blocks above and 2 blocks below. That just makes my heart happy, so that's what I'm going to go with. So I need to get some more bricks, some more granite, and really just shape up this first... oh gosh, and not do that. This first floor, and then I want to go ahead and get on with the second floor, and that's because we're going to change our palette to more of an orange vibe, and that is the reason for the acacia trees right up over, yep, over there. And all of the sand around us that we're going to collect. So I'm going to do some collections today, maybe even into day 12, and then hopefully here in a couple days, we'll get into a little time lapse of building the rest of this floor and the second story. Why is it so dang hard to find myself some ore in this silly game? I have dug 2 or 3 pickaxes worth of deep slate. Now, it might not seem like a lot, and it's probably really not a lot. Let me check my inventory. Yeah, not really a whole bunch, but I have not found a single iron ore at -8. I am really beginning to struggle, and it's making me mad. I'm going to attempt to finish my days off. Looks like the sun is beginning to set now. Just doing some more fishing. I think this is going to be my primary food source for a while, so apologies for the boredom there. But I'm going to go ahead and end my evening with a little bit of fishing. Dang nabbit, I'm gonna be quite honest, I think my fishing career is suddenly over. Whoa, I meant to do this. I have sat here all night. Now, this is the second night in almost an entire fishing rod without anything to show other than a couple tropical fish and name tag. I don't know what to do. By now, I would have assumed that we would have caught at least a book or an enchanted fishing rod. Heck, maybe even a lily pad, but I, unfortunately, am the unluckiest of Minecrafters, or I'm just using the wrong bait. Maybe I'll switch from worms to leeches. Just kidding. The most entertaining thing that actually happened was I got to watch that sugarcane grow not once, but twice in the time of me standing here casting this rod into the water. I need to get on with the build. Whoa, you can cast that thing really far. I need to get on with the builds that we have planned, the upstairs and the rest of the downstairs. But quite frankly, I kind of wanted to get some better loot. And I have another... Oh, did I just pull that out and catch a fish? Where'd it go? I need that. It's good food. Oh, look, there's iron. Interesting. Okay, I think I might have picked it up. I don't see it, but it was very interesting that I hit reel in the exact same time a fish bit on. And that is because, where was I going with this? Oh, yes, we do have a zombie spawner. Yes, we saw the zombie spawner. We know the zombie spawner's there. Now, am I kitted to take on a zombie spawner? Or am I skilled enough, the true question, to take on a zombie spawner? The world may never know, but we're going to find out. I guess the world's going to find out. I don't think it's going to be a today thing. It's day 12 now, but I do want to, in this episode, day 11 through 20, somewhere in this ballpark, I do want to go out of my way and see if we can't go ahead and light that thing up at least. I got a bottle of... What am I going to do with this? It serves me no purpose. Ooh, but we do got a shiny cool gold helmet that also gives me aqua affinity. Don't mind if I do. And we're going to go ahead and cook up the rest of the fish that we got. So we've got some more cod, yada yada. Not a whole lot to really show for the amount of effort we put in to the fishing so far in this series. Ooh. I think I always like to have one on hand just in case something goes crazy. But we do have some of the iron that we've got here that have helped us so far. So I think today, or this day, I am going to go ahead and go find some more granite and clay, which unfortunately is going to be kind of a bummer, kind of a sad exploration, because we're just going to swim around, which thankfully I've got this aqua affinity gold helmet. So let's go ahead and swim around. And you know what? I think we actually did light up the zombie spawner last time. Did I light the zombie spawner up? I think we did. But we could go ahead and build the actual farm itself, which will allow us to just grab XP, maybe get some loot from the zombies. I'm not really sure what you get. Maybe you get some clothes and maybe some tools ever so often. But really what we got to do is we got to find the clay, which I don't even know. You know what? I think we did everything on this side. I'm going to go to the other side of base. So let's go ahead and dive into the river and see if we can get a couple stacks of clay. Collect up all of my delicious brick dust and head back to base. Okay, and we'll grab our fish, drop off some clay balls, and you know what time it is? It is time for us to head back and hopefully catch something other than fish. Ooh, wait a minute. Hold the phone. I hear a wandering trader. It sounds like he's inside this wall. Oh, I need this guy to have spruce so bad. Where are you? Where, oh, where is the wandering trader? Where are you, buddy? There you are. What are you doing, buddy? Can I talk to him while he's invisible? Perfect. He's got an oak sapling. Okay, now here's the problem. I have no emeralds. That's really unfortunate. How do I get emeralds? How do I... Ooh, we can go to the village. Okay, hold on. We got to put everything on pause. Mad dash to the boat, to the village. Trade whatever I can with whoever is over there. Get 5 emeralds, run back, and get ourselves a spruce sapling. On your mark. Get set. Let's go. I have returned, oceanside dwellers. Not to pillage your village, but rather trade for all of your good booty that you guys have. Starting with whatever's going on in here. What is going on in here? Can I fancy you with some resources? What do you need? What do we got here? We got a farmer. I see your toes. And he wants wheat, which, oh, we took all the hay bales, didn't we? That's really, really unfortunate. Okay, well, on to the next. No. Oh, he's a potato farmer. Okay, well, this is good news because he's also a carrot farmer. Check them out. Now we need more carrots. We also need to no, stay. No. Now what? Now what do you want to do about it? So we got him locked in with carrots. Now I just need carrots to grow. This is so cruddy. All right, I'm gonna quickly break my way out of here. We've got 1 emerald. Stay. Okay, well, I have a very delicate process going on here, and that is because we have officially found the wandering trader that we've been dreaming of, and he sells, you guessed it, spruce saplings. Could not be more perfect. I don't know how they work, so hopefully he doesn't despawn, but now I have to frantically figure out how to come up with enough carrots to take back to the village that we found originally, and bring to them carrots, get emeralds. I need 5 emeralds to buy our first sapling. So I am going to reap and resow this field entirely with carrots, and then hopefully that is enough to take over and offer up a fair trade. Perfect. And now we wait. But we're not going to sit here and wait. Let's get back to work doing the other things that we need to get done around the base. All right, well, we are patiently or impatiently awaiting the carrot crops to be done so we can go get the carrots to the village, get the emeralds, come back and trade with the most important man on the server, which is not me. It is the wandering trader who has apparently wandered somewhere in that early direction. Fingers crossed that he's doing okay, but I'm not going to track him down just so I don't drag anything over there and get him hurt. But in the meantime, we're going to go ahead and set up maybe the interior, or at least one of these little quadrants here. And I'm not really sure, don't really have a game plan of how we're going to do this, but what I do know is I'd like to divide these up into kind of their separate areas. Obviously, this is like an entrance. That's kind of also the backdoor entrance, which will probably have some storage and things on these 2 walls here, because that is where our farm is going to be. So we'll come in and be able to deposit our resources. But this already has our mine from our humble hole in the ground. And so this will probably be our crafting or our furnace-y area, our smelting area. I might even take advantage of something I've never done before, and that is the automatic minecart. So hopefully if we dig a hole way down below, we can put them on a minecart. The items will travel up, around, be dropped off into smelter, and the cart will return to us to come get more materials. I think that sounds pretty cool. I know it has a limited range, but we'll see if we can make something work. On the flip side, we have this area over here. And this needs to be, in my opinion, a combination of bulk storage if we can, and also our crafting area with our stone cutter and things like that. So we just need to pick one of these quadrants to start with, and I think I'm going to start with the smelting section. We're going to use this one a lot more. That is the only reason I'm choosing it first. And I guess the first thing I'm going to need to do is go ahead and grab some materials and come up with a plan so we can come back and build it. Let's go ahead and jump into a short little time lapse. It's going to be super short. I'm going to lay out some of these items, and then we'll just go over where the spruce is going to go and how that is going to help transition into this build and make it look all nice and pretty. Okay, well that pretty much sums it up. I know it's super sweet and simple and probably doesn't look all that complicated. It's not. Sometimes this takes you placing the blocks down to really get a feel for what they're going to look like in the future. And so what I've got here is we're getting a little chimney thing over here. This will continue up and maybe even on the outside. I hope to put a little campfire back in here. I don't know how that's going to work on the outside. Obviously, that's our exterior wall there. But you can see kind of where I want things to go. And what I would like to do is put some trapdoors under here for shelving. Same thing kind of over in this area. We'll put some signs across these. Maybe we'll add like a little potted flower up there or something. We need an anvil and like a grindstone and maybe just like a hanging lantern from the ceiling. We'll get rid of this. But what I want to do here, and I left this side kind of barren because I'm going to go ahead and figure out how to make a mine rail come up and maybe deposit us some resources or auto start some resources into some sort of furnace contraption. Now, I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to do that, but I would like for it to come up roughly here, I do believe. I think that's where I want it to come up, and then maybe it'll want to get rid of these stairs so we can place rails. Maybe it'll turn the corner and park right up here, drop its resources off, and then go again and go back down. I'm not sure how we're going to do that. We will figure it out in the future, and I'll come back with an update on that as I lay some things out. But we need to go check and see if our crops are done, because I am itching to get myself some darn. I am itching to get myself that spruce so we can do the outside and do the inside. Now, I think what I'm also going to do from these kind of corner blocks is I'm going to create little trellises or little archways just to also help break up these rooms. And that's also going to help me transition into like a barrel or chest storage in here, because I want to put little arches like so. It's kind of hard to tell by me just moving my head around. But those will also be storage arches as well, and that'll help tie this and into the center room here. The other thing we need to work on is how are we going to get to and from our second story. Now, I think the best thing, or the simplest thing, is just going to be a nice little staircase up and around this doorway, but I thought about maybe trying to figure out how to do something in the center, or maybe we even do just a ladder contraption. The second story is not as important as it seems right now. That's just going to be a bedroom, maybe some extra storage and some other decorative areas, but it would be nice to have a roof, if I do say so myself. And I do say so. I would love to have a roof. The second story also overhangs the exterior a little bit, so that'll all make sense in a minute. But I think what we're going to be able to do from here is probably just go spend our night, one more evening, fishing the night away, and then praying that that is going to be enough for us to be able to go get those carrots exchanged for emeralds. So let's go get a new fishing rod. Let's put some of our junk away, or our extra crafted bits, and then we will head down and go ahead and fish for our last evening here. Don't you dare touch my bobber, sir. Move along. You're scaring the fish away. Ah, another fish. You've got it. I blame you for all of my woes. I was really hoping for a piece of copper or something. The night is almost over with. Hopefully our carrots are growing in good fashion. Big bucks, all whammies. Well, I'm going to call it there. Another night of fishing over with, but this time we actually did get some stuff. We got a tripwire hook. Not sure what I'm going to use that for. But we got that book of Unbreaking 3 and Luck of a Sea 3, which I'm super excited to get to use. Now, the only problem that I'm having now, or worry if you will, is the fact that I have not heard or seen our wandering trader in quite some time. Now, he was over here in the monks of all that, so let's hope that he's still over there. Let's go dump off our fish loot, grab our carrots, and then hopefully head over and get 4 more emeralds. Good evening, sir. I need you to come to the door. Why do you always have to be a pain? Can you just come over? Goodness, come here. Hold on. We're going to break this. I've got bamboozled. We're going to break this. Perfect. Now, where are you? Really? Thank you. Okay. Hopefully, 3, 4, and we did it. Let's go ahead and grab a couple extra because I'm feeling greedy. And we have 8 total. How do you level these guys up? I'm not sure how Java works, but usually by the time he gets to this point, he levels up. Anyways, we've got the total of 8. Count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 emeralds. I am ready to trade up for a sapling. Now, pray to all of the gods, good and evil and otherwise, that this wandering trader has not despawned on us. Hopefully Wallace is around here somewhere, so everybody call out, "Oh, Wallace." I've named him Wallace. Wallace the Wandering Trader. Well, I've slept on it, and I've got some really unfortunate news, ladies and gentlefolk. Wallace, our Wandering Trader, has officially despawned, and I can prove that by just pure evidence and research. So Wandering Traders, fun fact, do spawn or despawn every 40 minutes or 2 Minecraft days, which means the AFKing that we did over at the carrot farm is what caused Wallace to disappear. Okay, so we're gonna have to probably lean on a different project now because I don't know how long it'll be before Wallace 2, Boogaloo, no, we'll call him William, before William shows up. So, in the meantime, I think we can maybe take our remaining couple of days, since it is day 18 and all, to go ahead and try to create an XP farm out of the zombie spawner we found last episode. I think what we're going to do, we're going to head over there safely. Keyword is safely, and get this thing cleared out. If my memory serves me correct, yes, here we go. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and block off some of these other routes just in case. There shouldn't be any problem. Well, okay, see, there's a problem right there. You hear that? Oh, yeah, there's a spider spawner behind here. We just need to make sure those don't leak into our area. So I'm going to go ahead and block these bits off just so nobody can sneak in behind us. Perfect. Okay, heading down the stairs. This is the zombie spawner that we found. Check out how close we are to base, man. It is literally right off the banks of our river. Now, what I would like to do is clear this out. And so let's go ahead and get started with a little kind of tutorial, step-by-step procedure on how to properly take care of a zombie spawner. I think it also works for skeletons. Let's go. First and foremost, you want to make a, you want to go 4 out in all directions from the spawner. So 1, 2, 3, we got to clear that wall out 2. We're going to go down 3 blocks, and we got to make sure we got 3 blocks of headspace, which we do. 1, 2, 3, perfect. So let's go ahead and clear this bad boy out so we can begin building it. Whew, let's go. Okay, after you've cleared this out, you should have a box that looks something like this. It should be 4. If you stand in the center, it should be 4 out. 1, 2, 3, 4 in all directions. 3 down from the spawner and 3 above the spawner like this, meaning this is a 9 by 7 cube. 9 by 9 by 7 cube. Yeah, that's how that works. I can do math. Now, the other thing we need to do is go directly beneath the spawner and go down. Not 1, not 2, not 3, but 10 blocks in this direction. That's 4. Good evening, Neil. All right, well, I've gathered some more resources, and I actually had 5 iron left, which means now I have 0, but we got the hopper we need, so we're going to be able to fully, hopefully, flush out this design. Now, what you're going to need is this little shape, again, the same shape, and nothing additional except for an infinite water source, or a source to get water, because you're going to want to put water in all 4 of the corners in this room, which is going to provide you a very nice little water stream that all leads to, yes, this death pit. Now, as I mentioned before, that needs to be 10 blocks deep. We no longer need this, so let's get rid of this water. Close this up. I totally missed a block. There we go. And let's head down the 10 required blocks. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I totally didn't even think about it till this moment, but that was probably the worst idea I've ever had. Do not dig straight down in Minecraft. You guys know the rules. That was a no-no. Let's make a nice little room in here. Just clear a little area out. I think I have a lake or the river coming up, so hopefully we don't run into that. I'm just going to make a small room, maybe like 3 deep, 3 wide, something like that. So let me go ahead and clear this out, and then we'll get into the next step. All right, well, this next step isn't quite necessary. This is your prerogative, whatever you want your design to be, but that hopper goes right down like that, or, oops, my bad. If you decide to go into this, if the chest is here, obviously put the hopper into that, same thing here, but I'm gonna put my chest actually just beneath here. No real reason for this, so just remember that this floor I'm sitting on now is 10 blocks down from up there, so this hopper now technically is a 9 block drop directly on top. But I want my chest here. No rhyme or reason other than that is just what I've decided is going to be the basis of my farm, and the only because I also want to be able to decorate. Also, that's kind of we're gonna be very intentional with the things that we do in this series. I'm gonna try to build things that I think look neat. I need a sawmill thing, a little stone cutter to finish this out, and we'll decorate the rest of this room in a later fashion. But I'm going to go ahead and integrate some of this deep slate stuff that I wanted to integrate. And in order to do that, I'm actually going to put like a... Ooh, maybe we're not going to put that there. Ah, yes, we are. I'm going to put a backward step like so. Something like that. This will all be boxed in. Back here probably also needs to have some sort of backdrop so you can't see it through the wall. So put a couple of those guys in there. And then there'll be like a half slab above that chest. But this is 95% complete. You're going to want to bring around... You know what? They could probably just land right on this hopper. I don't know if this really matters. Let's say it does matter. So I'm going to bring this around like so you can't get hit, but you can sit here and swing away. All the items should still be sucked through the half slab. No babies can get us. Yes. The most hostile mob, or my least favorite mob in this game, baby zombie and baby zombie drowned. The worst thing ever. So this prevents them from being able to get to you. We'll decorate the rest of this up like I said before. And the last integral part of this is just your access point. So I want mine to actually be through here. This should technically, if I'm correct, I think this is going to come out right underneath that river. So if I'm not mistaken, we are directly above the farm now, which means if we dig straight down, we'll land in that tunnel that I was digging. And I think if we go this way, the farm's technically like here. So we want to avoid that. But I think I would like my entrance to be somewhere on this axis. And I think 108 seems pretty good. I think we'll be able to make a cool little trail down, maybe a bridge across. I think I want my farm entrance to be right here. So I'm going to tunnel down and pray that we don't break into our farm. I think we're okay. Okay, we're looking good. Let's keep going down. And nailed it. Okay, so you can see that we perfectly landed in our little tunnel here. I'm actually going to block off the rest of this. Not necessary for now. I'm going to put a ladder here to get up. We have our ladders that we collected. And if you can't tell already, the thing obviously is working because it is super loud in here. Now, let's go ahead and check this thing out. Oh yeah, baby. Give me the XP. Let's go. Awesome. Well, that was pretty good. And we got a carrot out of it, which is kind of nice. We'll grab our extra torch bits out of here because we need those for later. But that is pretty much the whole process. And we got it done 1 day in advance. I'm going to go ahead and take this ladder out, put it over on our other entrance, and box the rest of this area off. That thing is going to produce us a ton of XP and hopefully a ton of goodies to go with that. So that's going to bring us to the end of our next day. We are still hoping for a wandering trader, so let's see if we can get lucky on day 20. Oh my goodness, I have a baby zombie problem beneath the deck of my base. I can't sleep because I got a little rodent walking around down here. There, you can see his arm going through that block right there. Okay, so what I'm going to try to do, we're going to put a half block. Let's think this through. I put a half block here. Let me close that. If I open up this block. Okay, now break this one. Come here, you sucker. Oh my goodness. Of course, this is directly behind the headboard of my bed. And only baby zombies are apparently spawning in here. Let's go ahead and... Oh, buddy. I think it's time for us to go get some sleep. Alright, so we have slept through the night, evicted our friendly or not so friendly baby zombies, and gave Neil his updated horse armor that we found in the zombie spawner room. I think it is, well, it is the final day, day number 20 of the second episode of our hardcore series, which means maybe we should take some time to relax and decide some future builds. I know we don't have the house done. I know we don't have the spruce. I will keep searching for Wallace Jr., our second wandering trader. Hopefully he's got spruce because we got the emeralds now. But in the meantime, I want to just kind of lay out how things are going to work around here. And just kind of talk through that thought process with you guys on our final day of episode number 2. Now, first and foremost, obviously the base needs to get built, and there's going to be a second story and big gabled roof, so it's going to be a pretty tall fixture here, and it's going to take up most of this little inner area. I know I need to expand on some of the farms and maybe get a tree farm going, but now with the new access or the new knowledge of there being a zombie spawner and our entrance to and from said zombie spawner being right there, I think, in line with this block, maybe this block. I want to make a little path work probably through this little, yeah, through his little chasm here. I think that'd be kind of cool. I think we can bring some path work out from the base and weasel our way through. So let's take out some of this. And then I want to either do a structure on our side of the river or the opposite side of the river for us to connect to that zombie farm. Now I need to decide, do I put a building here and have a bridge across, or do we bridge across and put the building over there? So that's kind of my predicament now. And quite frankly, I don't have an answer, but what I think I want to do, well, first off, we're going to go back in here real quick. I'm going to make a new pickaxe, and I'm going to bring some blocks for outlining things. Maybe it's just some cobblestone. Good day to you, Neil. Wow, I just almost called you Meal. You're not a meal. You're a Neil with an N. My bad. Okay, so let's just go ahead and kind of ballpark layout. Let me get my shovel here. Kind of what we're thinking. What I want to do is build a nice little like tower with a water wheel kind of thing. Kind of a rustic feel to go with our rustic terrain around here. And this thing is going to be like my fishing house. We've been doing a lot of fishing. I think I'm going to stick with the fishing. It's going to be one of my main resources for books and enchants and good things like that. So, and saddles, if you will. So I want to build that right down here, but I also don't want to build it on a super steep slope. So we got a lot of terraining to do. I think we'll kind of bring this edge around and then terrain all the way down to a nice flat spot right here at the base of this river. And I want it to be in line with the farm, which now I can't find. There it is, that hole right there. Let's go ahead and put a torch right there for reference. Right there, that's the entrance to our mine. So I want it to be kind of, and we got a pretty good flat spot here because there's nothing, it's hollow because of his mine shaft, which works out actually perfect. Didn't even realize that was gonna be the case. So, get that back. Give me that back, thank you. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna flatten an area out here and then we can kind of terrain it back later. I don't think it's really necessary for me to go that far today, especially since it's our last day, but it wouldn't hurt to just knock off a few layers here and get this thing primed and ready for a pretty cool looking boathouse slash mill slash zombie farm entrance, whatever it is. And I think what we're gonna do is we'll make a little dock out and maybe even like an underwater tunnel to get there. I just don't want to tunnel all the way from base. I think tunnels are lame. I did a lot of tunneling in the Let's Play survival series on Bedrock, and you know, I just get bored of running through tunnels. It would be nice to have access to all of these things and be able to have like a nice decorative approach. So I'm gonna go ahead and get some measurements laid out here, and then we'll bounce out for the final days of episode 2. Okay, and our area is officially kind of laid out here. So we're gonna go with a little 9x9 tower. It's gonna be pretty tall and it's gonna provide us with a little dock here. And this dock is gonna be kind of off-centered here. That's gonna allow us to stand out here, fish from safety, and then we'll have some sort of ladder system or underground pipe that's gonna lead from somewhere within here under this little river. And I was gonna try to go beneath so we couldn't see ourselves, but maybe we make a little walkway with some glass ceilings so we can see out into the daylight as we walk our way across and into our zombie farm. But I can no longer produce any more construction, deconstruction, or layouts because it is officially midnight of day number 20. We have survived 20 days in hardcore Minecraft, and for those of you who do not know, I am not a hardcore Minecraft guy, so this is quite the feat if I do say so myself. It is time for us to say goodnight to Neil, get some sleep, and get on out of here. So, without further ado, that's going to do it for us today. Thank you guys for coming and hanging out. And if you're still here hanging out, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, give this video a like, share with your friends, and leave some kind words in the comments down below. Let me know what you guys are thinking of the hardcore Minecraft survival series. This is nothing familiar to me. This is going to be a very fun series, start to finish, and I've been having a great time at that. So, without further ado, as always, stay beautiful, and I'll catch you guys in the next episode on day number 21. Good night.